Can't figure out why your lawn cannot handle hot weather or why your grass is dying in the shade? This is usually because people do not know the type of grass that's growing in their backyard. This is why their lawns look far from perfect, as each type of grass requires its own care and temperature conditions. In this video, I'll tell you how to identify 3 most popular types of grass in the US, so let's get started. Kentucky bluegrass, fine fescue, and Bermuda grass, pictures showing right here. One of those is probably growing in your backyard right now. Which one? Let's start our grass identification inquiry. First things first, you're gonna need a sample. For that, just uproot the stem. Now, oftentimes, the stem is pretty small, so it's good if you have some sort of magnification tool to see the distinguished features. With the instrument in hand, you can now see all the basic features of the plant. You do not have to be a biologist to recognize the most visible features. All the grasses have similar structure. Grass leaves are called the blades, and the areas where they attach are called the nodes. The leaves wrap around the culm before they start to stick out. The part that wraps around the culm is called the sheath, and the part that sticks out is called the blade. Grasses bloom with not showy flower that grow in a structure that's called a spiculet. First, let's look at the seed head at the top of the plant. If your sample has a seed head, here's how it looks for the types that we're discussing today. Kentucky bluegrass has an open panicle with flattened spiculets, 3-5 seeds in each. Bermuda grass has a raceme with 3-5 spikes that join at the top of the main stem. It looks a little bit like a bird's foot. The fine fescue seed head is closed, a porous panicle. Grass seed identification is perhaps the easiest way to understand which type of grass you've got. But what if your sample lacks a seed head? That's what happened to me once. And these are the features that I looked at to identify what kind of grass do I have. First is leaf blade tip shape. Kentucky bluegrass has a boat-shaped, V-shaped leaf blade tip, which is sharply creased below. It has 2 distinct clear lines, one on each side of the midrib, whereas Bermuda grass has a sharp-pointed, sparsely hairy, soft leaf blade tip with rough edges. And lastly, fine fescue has a sharp-pointed, bristle-like leaf blade with whitish cast, deeply ridged on an inner surface. Another thing we're going to look at is a ligule. A ligule is a tissue outgrowth at the juncture between the blade and the sheath. When you pull the leaf blade out away from the stem, you'll see either a membrane or a collection of hairs. This is a ligule. Kentucky bluegrass's ligule is membranous, collar-like, and very short, between 0.008 until 0.04 inches, which is around 0.21 millimeters long. Bermuda grass's ligule, on the contrary, is a range of hairs between 0.04 and 0.12 inches, which is around 1 to 3 millimeters long. And finally, a ligule of fine fescue is membranous and rounded around 0.01 inches, which is 0.3 millimeters long. The final characteristics we're going to look at is something called vernation. Basically, vernation is the way the stem is shaped. If you cut the stem and look at it closely as you're looking at the tree rings, you'll see that the grass stem can be either rolled or folded. And here's the difficulty. All the grasses that we're looking at today have folded vernation. And even more, Bermuda grasses hybrids, for example, can have vernation varying from rolled to folded. It sounds pretty confusing, right? Learning how to identify grasses types can be quite challenging. But thankfully, people have created a tool to make our lives easier, and it's called grass identifiers to simplify our life. For example, try the PlantIn grass identifier that gets dozens of different types of grasses right within the seconds. Highly recommend you try it out, and let us know in the comments if you found the type of the grass that grows in your backyard. That's all from me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was useful. Please let us know in the comments. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. Also like this video. We will be super happy to see you back with the new videos that we make for you. All the best wishes. It was a pleasure. See you next time. Bye!